Hey guys, this is Stacy from eatthebite.com, and today we'll be making a delicious baked chicken cordon bleu. There are many ways to make this excellent dish, and I'm going to show you an easy method for a gourmet weeknight dinner guaranteed. Let's get to it. I'm going to need some garlic and shallots for this dish, so I'll start there. I've got a half a shallot that needs to be finely diced, as seen here, and when that's finished, I'll set it aside. Next, I'll take 2 small cloves of garlic and get those finely chopped as well and set them aside with my shallots. I have 4 chicken breasts, and I'll start by looking them over and trimming off any excess fat I see. Once that's done, I need to butterfly the breasts, not cut them in half, but slice them open and spread them out. So just find the middle point and start slicing them open as seen here. That's 1 down and 3 more to go. Once they're all sliced like this, we're going to pound them just a little. We're not stuffing, rolling, and frying these. We're just stuffing and folding them in half, so they don't need to be as thin. Still, we'll pound them a little since chicken breast does puff up a bit when cooking. Next, I'll sprinkle a little salt onto both sides of all the chicken, and then we're ready to start assembling. I've set up my assembly station with my chicken, cheese, and ham. I put some melted butter onto a plate and some breadcrumbs onto a plate. And now I'll start stuffing my chicken. First, I'll dip one side of the chicken into the butter, making sure that side is saturated. Then I'll lift it up and let the butter drip off a little, and I'll place it on top of the breadcrumbs. Now the fun part, adding the ham and cheese. I put 1 slice of Swiss cheese on the bottom. Then I'll take 2 slices of ham, put that on top of the cheese. Then 1 more slice of cheese. I want to press gently on the chicken to make sure the breadcrumbs adhere to the chicken. Then I'll fold it in half, as you see here, and voila! First one is done, and now I can place it in my baking dish. Now for the rest. While the chicken is cooking, it's time to make the sauce. I'm basically making a bechamel sauce that will turn into a Mornay by adding Gruyere cheese. So I'll start by shredding some of that Gruyere cheese. And there's a lot of variations for the sauce that accompanies chicken cordon bleu. This sauce is delicious, easy to make, and I know you're going to love it. After we get that cheese shredded, it's time to bring that garlic and shallot into play. First, we'll melt some butter in a pot. Then we'll add our shallots and our garlic. You want to give it a nice stir around to cook the shallot and garlic for a couple of minutes. Oh, I love the smell of butter, garlic, and shallots. Now we've got to add some flour to make a roux, which is used as a thickening agent in sauces. So we'll cook that flour out a bit, just a few minutes, to get that raw flour taste out of it. We'll add our milk, whisk everything together, and then we'll heat it on low for a few minutes until we start to see it thicken. After that, we can add that delicious shredded Gruyere cheese and keep stirring a little bit. We'll also add some fresh parmesan cheese, which I grated directly into my cheese sauce, as you see here. After we've added that parmesan, we'll give it a nice good stir around the pot, and now it's time to give it a taste because actually we haven't added any salt yet. And as I suspected, a bit of salt was needed, so I added that, and then I gave it another mix around the pot, and then it was just right. Since the chicken is almost ready, I'll turn the heat off my sauce and let it sit for a few minutes and continue to thicken. And there's my chicken, which cooked at 350 for 40 minutes, and then under the broiler for 5 minutes to brown my breadcrumbs. And now it's my favorite time because it's time to eat the bite. Got a nice big piece on my plate, and now I'm going to pour that awesome cheese sauce on the top. And you know I'm going to load up with that cheese sauce. And here we go, the first bite. I mean, chicken, ham, and cheese sauce on top of that, you can't go wrong here. And the sauce adds such a gourmet touch to this dish, too. Man, that is so good, and it's really pretty easy to put together. I highly recommend it for dinner, and it also stores well, and it's great for leftovers too. So that's all for now. Thanks for joining me, and remember you can find all the printable recipes on my website at www.eatthebite.com. And if you like this video, feel free to go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. Thanks again, and see you next time.